Hello, back again. So I'm going to use the s'mores stamps. We don't get s'mores, I don't think, in the UK. I've definitely never seen one. And this is using the Lawn Fawn Sweet Friends Like You. What I've done to stack my s'mores is, again, just as I did in the last video, made a mask from a post-it and used that to mask the one. So I've stamped the bottom one, masked it, stamped on top, moved the mask up to there and stamped again, and then I've just placed his face on. It's not difficult, it's kind of hard to explain when you're doing it for the first time, but I've got a mask and I can chuck it if I want, or keep a hold of it. I'll probably just chuck it, to be fair. I like to work as I'm going and I always get myself confuddled. So I'm using my Pro markers again. Again, I don't do an awful lot of colouring, so I'm just using the basics just to kind of give me a bit of a shading. Just checking these Pro markers are actually working, and I'm just going to carry on and do that just now. So I'm assuming this is a biscuity base. Is it soft? Is it hard? I don't actually know. I've never tried one. According to pictures I'm seeing and what I'm seeing on television shows, the middle part is marshmallow. Is that right? Oh gosh, I couldn't imagine anything as sweet as that. Yuck. Over here we tend to put ice cream between crispy wafers, which we have, and they're really quite nice, just from the ice cream van which comes around our street. In Scotland we eat ice cream 365. We don't discriminate against, you know, whether it's warm or freezing cold. Had an ice cream last night, really nice. We can't really afford to worry about when we eat ice cream. I think we only get about 3 days of summer anyway, let's be honest, so we might as well enjoy it all year round. I'm just going to use Soft Peach to try and give him some little cheeky cheeks. Oh, love cheeky cheeks. So he's not got a lot of colour, so I've decided to use a lot of pink in my card. Now I'm assuming this is dark chocolate from the photos I'm seeing, so I'm just going to test. I think I'm going to use chestnut. American chocolate is so different to British chocolate. I tried it over in the States, and I think if I lived in the States I'd probably be a lot skinnier, because the chocolate you guys have really does nothing for me. Tried some Hershey's Kisses when I was in Florida with my daughter. Not for me, I'm afraid. Not for me. So I'm just going to try and get an extra little bit of shading on just the biscuity part. Is it a biscuit? Is it a cake? Gosh, existential crisis. Who knows? Who knows? Give us a clue. Let me know. I'll try and see if I can find them online to get delivered. So that's basically as much as I'm going to do with the s'mores. They're relatively cute little chappies. I'm going to give just a little bit of a shadow, just so that it looks as though they're sitting on something and they're not just floating in midair. And that's my colouring. I do easy ozy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an easel card. So I've got a 5.5 by 5.5 card blank. I've also got a very old tool just to to score it, fold my card blank in half. Again, this is just one out of my stash. I have lots in my stash, as all mostly will have, and I'm going to fold the end into the middle, and this will give me my easel. I'm not the most technical of card makers either. If I like it, I'll make it. If it takes me too long to make, I tend to lose a bit of interest. So there is the basis for our easel card. I'll just give it a flat knife just to... So what I've done is I've taken the paper from the kit and I've pre-cut it already to 5 by 5. I thought I'd try and make a quicker video this time instead of boring the life out of you all. I don't get huge hits on my videos anyway, so I don't suppose I'm annoying too many people on the internet. And I'm going to bring this down, because it's an easel card, I'm just going to bring it closer to the edge than I would. I'm not worried about this additional gap here versus here, because when your card's over, you're not going to see it. I've already cut out a part for the card to butt against, and this will, when it's eventually sitting well, it will sit beautifully against there. It just sometimes needs a bit of weight on it when you start adding your papers. So I've got some double-sided tape on the back. Again, this is Dovecraft. Nothing exciting. Just be peeling strips off of the back of the cardstock, and I'm going to pop it onto a lighter part. This is 9.2 centimeters by 9.2, just to take the little image. And I've also got double-sided tape on the back of this section, and this allows me to decorate the front part of my card. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put double-sided tape on, but I'm only going to put it on the bottom half, because the top half is going to peek over. I've grabbed some of the paper and tore it off, but you're not going to see that once it's on your card blank. You are not going to see that at all. So this is going to help weigh down that page. And I've used 3D foam tape. Again, this is Dovecraft. It's 2 millimeters deep, I believe. And I've just pushed it along the back of this card so that it's sitting. And what I like is when I'm putting the card on is to try and get it even, but I like to have some of the underneath paper. And there we have our lovely little I Need S'more Friends Like You. Oh, thank you for watching.